Chapter 8. In this session, we are going to talk about two-way prepositions taking the accusative. Now, in the last session, I said I was an interior decorator. I went into the house, into the room, and looked where everything was located. Now, today, I'm going to decide to change things around. So I'm going to start moving things. And when we start moving things, then we ask the question, where to are we moving those things, right? So we have motion now. We have motion involved. And the question is, wohin? Where to are we moving these things? And when we have that situation where we start moving an item from one place physically to another one, that's when we have to use accusative endings. And you remember accusative, the der words changed to den. Die and das remained the same. They stayed die and das. Okay, just a little reminder. Okay, so the only one we really had to worry about was the der word. All right, now let's look at those prepositions we're talking about. An means on, attached to the side of, right? You attach something to the side of a wall or a door. So now we are adding a person who is doing the moving. And of course, in this case, it's me. I am the decorator, but it could be he or Mr. Miller or whoever it is. We're adding another person. So we have a subject. Hänge is the verb. Das Bild is the direct object. So it's a regular sentence structure. And now we have the preposition an. And since we are moving the picture to the wall from someplace else, we have another accusative. And this second accusative is because of an and because of motion. So Wand is a die word. So we are saying an die Wand. I am hanging the picture onto the wall. Ich hänge das Bild an die Wand. And now I'm picking up my coat and I'm moving it to someplace else. So ich hänge den Mantel an die Tür. Right. I picked it up from the floor or the bed or wherever, and I'm hanging it onto the door. So there's motion. I'm moving the coat from one place to another one. An can also be used in a different way when you say, I'm going to the door. I hear somebody knocking, and I'm standing here, but now I'm moving to the door. And here we also say an. Ich gehe an die Tür. And here it means to the door. Or I could say, ich gehe an das Telefon. I'm going to the phone. The phone is ringing. And I am going to the telephone. All right. Auf. I'm picking up a book. I don't like where it's situated. And I'm moving it someplace else. So I'm picking it up and I'm moving it someplace else. So, ich lege das Buch auf Tisch. So since I'm moving the book from one place to another one, again, I am involved here, picking up the book, moving it onto the table. So, Tisch is a masculine noun, so der changes to den. Ich lege das Buch auf den Tisch. I'm placing the book onto the table. Auf is also used in a very special way. When you're talking of going to a place of business, for example, you would say, ich gehe auf die Bank. Here it doesn't mean you're going on top of the bank, it just means you're going to the bank. So it's a special usage, auf die Bank. I'll come back to that a little later. So, then we have hinter, and that means behind. I don't like where this chair is, so I pick up the chair and I'm moving it someplace else. Ich stelle den Stuhl hinter Schreibtisch. I'm placing it behind the writing desk. So Schreibtisch is a der word, it changes to den. So, ich stelle, I'm placing the chair behind the writing desk. Neben, you remember, neben means next to. So, I don't like where the book is, so I'm picking up the book and I'm placing it next to the computer. Ich lege das Buch neben den Computer. All right, now I'm moving a lamp from one room to another one, and what am I going to do with it? Ich hänge die Lampe über Tisch. I'm going to hang it above the table. Before it was above the couch, so I'm moving it and I'm hanging it above the table. So Tisch is a der word, and it changes to den. Ich hänge die Lampe über den Tisch. Unter Now the shoes are sitting around by the front door. I don't like that because I could trip over them. So I'm deciding to move the shoes and I'm moving them under the bed. Ich stelle die Schuhe unter das Bett. Since it's a das word, we have no change. Now the car is parked in the street. It's not supposed to be there because it impedes traffic. So I'm going to have to move the car, right? So ich fahre das Auto vor die Garage. So I'm driving it up to the front of the garage, vor die Garage. And zwischen, again, I don't like the location of the chair, so I'm going to put it between the couch and the writing desk. Ich stelle den Tisch zwischen die Couch und den Schreibtisch. So again, when you move things around from one place to another one, you use the accusative endings with these prepositions, and they are an, auf, hinter, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. And when we move things, then the accusative follows these prepositions, and the accusative meaning, the der changes to den, die and das remain the same.